Hi, folks. It's a big thank you, coupled with many hugs from all of us here at Waiting to Raw TV to you out there, our highly esteemed viewers and channel subscribers. Thank you so much. Your subscription means a lot to us. And if you have not yet done so, that's why you've got to do that now. Once again, thank you and welcome to the Nigerian economy beyond Naira and Kobo. In today's edition, which is episode 2, we are going to be focusing on resetting Nigeria. As at the time of this report, $1 is equivalent to 1,456 Naira. 1 pound is equivalent to 1,904 Naira. And 1 euro stands at 1,885 Naira. In case you don't know the root cause of our problems today, please take time and keep watching. 42 years ago, precisely on 25th July 1980, I must remind you that the exchange rate was $1 equivalent to 0.80 Kobo. Well, the thing is, we were far more productive in 1980 than we are today. Nigeria's economic growth in 1980 was no accident. It was no coincidence. There were key factors that were responsible for such outstanding economic growth that propelled Nigeria to become the economic giant of the African continent. In this broadcast, we are going to give you 19 key factors which were responsible for this outstanding economic growth in Nigeria. Factor number 1, we were a net exporter of refined petroleum products. However, today, we import all our refined petroleum products. That's the difference between 1880 and 2024. We rode in locally assembled cars, buses and trucks, Peugeot cars in Kaduna, and Volkswagen cars in Lagos. Factor number 3, Leyland produced trucks and buses in Ibadan, and Anamco in Enugu also produced buses and trucks. Factor number 4, Stay in Bauchi produced our agricultural tractors. And it was not just a matter of assembly. We were producing many of the components of these tractors. Factor number 5, Vono products in Lagos produced the vehicle seats. Factor number 6, Exide in Ibadan produced the batteries, not just for Nigeria, but for the entire West Africa. Factor number 7, Isoglass and TSG in Ibadan produced the windshield that our cars were using. Factor number 8, Ferrodo in Ibadan produced the brake pads and disc. Factor number 9, Dunlop produced tires in Lagos, and Michelin tires were produced in Port Harcourt. We are talking here about tires produced from rubber plantations located in Ogun State, Bendel, and Rivers States. Factor number 10, we were listening to the radio and watching television sets assembled in Ibadan by Sanyo. Factor number 11, we were using refrigerators, freezers, and air conditioners produced by Thermocool and Dibo. Factor number 12, we were putting on clothes produced from UNTL textile mills in Kaduna and Chelarams in Lagos. They were not from imported cotton, but from cotton grown in Nigeria. Factor number 13, our water was running through pipes produced by Quali Pipe in Kano and Duraplast in Lagos. Factor number 14, our toilets were fitted with WC produced in Kano and Abeokuta. Factor number 15, we were cooking with LPG gas stored inside gas cylinders produced at the NGC factory in Ibadan. Factor number 16, our electricity was flowing through cable produced by the Nigerian Wire and Cable, Ibadan, Nokako in Kaduna, and Cable Metal in Lagos and Port Harcourt. Factor number 17, we had Bata and Leonard's stores producing the shoes we were putting on. The shoes were not from imported leather, but from locally tanned leather in Kaduna. Factor number 18, we were mainly flying our airways. You know the name? Nigeria Airways. To most places in the world. The Nigeria Airways was about the biggest in Africa at the time. Factor number 19, the last factor, most of the foods we ate were grown and produced in Nigeria. The 19 factors stated so far and many more were consistent with Nigeria's lifestyle as a nation in 1980. Today, there is a stark difference. Yeah, take it up. Supposed to have taken it up. Nigeria imports almost everything. Isn't that alarming? There lies a source of the terrible exchange rate we are experiencing today. And everyone watching this has a critical role to play in reversing this very ugly trend. We have been talking about these problems and more for ages. It is not enough for us to complain about the exchange rate or point out what others are not doing or are failing to do. However, there are two key questions that we can ask ourselves. Question number 1, what are we producing now? What is Nigeria producing? Question number 2, what role are our so-called leaders and politicians of today playing? We are forever shying away from responsibility, whereas it's an accumulation of reality. And if we don't deal with it, it won't go away. It will get worse. Just as things are already playing out before our eyes. Things are falling apart. A bag of rice that we used to buy for 3,000, 4,000 naira. How much is it today? A gallon of 4, 5 liters of oil. What's the price of an egg in the market today? What's the current exchange rate of Naira dollar? To our dear politicians, if you care about this country, or we are asking you, if you can reset Nigeria to what it was at least back in 1980, then please stay in your house and don't waste our time. So much of our time has been wasted since 1980. We are not making progress. Rather, we are regressing. We are moving backwards. The solution is in our hands. Let every one of us go back to the farm, no matter how small it is. Let's start producing something. Let's start doing our own things. Let's start again where we used to be in 1980, a producing nation instead of a consuming nation. Thank you for watching. I don't know what you think about this, resetting Nigeria. Leave us a comment in our comment section to express your thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Your subscription matters to us. I'm looking forward to seeing you in our next broadcasts. While waiting to do that, I remain your host on the Nigerian economy beyond Naira and Kobo, Prosper Anang, reporting for Waiting to Raw TV. See you in our next episode. Bye for now.